What an inconvenient truth did for global warming, Dirt the movie may do for our soil. Turns out, we're running out of it. It may seem as if dirt is everywhere with plenty to go around forever, but it's actually disappearing fast.
If we don't take care of the soil, which is just the first 5 centimeters layer of life that is on the earth, our future is totally condemned.
That UC Berkeley professor is part of a documentary trying to warn people dirt is under attack.
A third of our topsoil we've lost in the last 100 years.
The documentary highlights threats to farmland all over the world. But there's a lot to be concerned about right here at home. The dirt we need to grow food is being mistreated and getting used up. We talked to documentary producer and environmentalist Gene Rosow by satellite from Los Angeles. Gene, how big a problem is this, really?
Agriculture systems will collapse, and we will not have the defenses we need to deal with the consequences of climate change unless we take care of dirt. So it's a huge, huge problem.
That may sound alarmist, but Ron Amundsen, UC professor of soil sciences, agrees. The way we treat dirt is affecting global warming. Cal has been ground zero in soil research since the late 1800s.
About 20% of all this carbon dioxide that's getting into the atmosphere is actually due directly or indirectly to agriculture.
Amundsen says plowing fields stirs up microorganisms in the soil. That puts carbon dioxide into the air and adds to global warming. Another major issue is erosion. When dirt is left bare during farming, over time the soil is blown away by wind and washed away by water. And with it go critical nutrients.
This is an emergency because we only have a small amount of land to raise food crops on, and if it's eroding and losing its carbon, what are we going to do for food?
Soil specialist Bob Shaffer is working on these problems at farms in Napa and Sonoma. He says we need to completely rethink the way we grow things. Instead of plowing, Shaffer uses other methods to prepare the soil. He uses compost made from food scraps. That adds nutrition to the soil and keeps it soft for planting.
Right out here where we put a lot of compost, you see the earthworms. This is a very positive sign of soil health.
Shaffer also uses cover crops, extra plants mixed in with the main crop. They prevent erosion, and the diversity of vegetation adds even more nutrients.
There's no reason for this to be considered a weed because it's actually benefiting both the soil below ground and the soil above ground.
In addition to keeping soil healthy, another issue is keeping it from getting paved over. At UC Berkeley, for example, there used to be lots of dirt, but not anymore.
I've walked across the entire campus. I think this is about the most pristine spot in the Berkeley campus.
Professor Amundsen is talking about the little ring of dirt around this oak tree.
If we look at the soil that lies underneath the leaf material, we can see this really nice, dark, organic matter-rich surface layer.
This kind of virgin dirt is critical to keep the planet healthy. But an environmental group called the Open Space Institute says the United States is losing more than 1 million acres of both farms and open space every year. Most of the land is cleared to make way for development, parking lots, shopping centers, and new houses. That's 2 acres of land disappearing every minute, every day. Scientists have been trying to focus public attention on dirt for some time, but soil just isn't that sexy. So now they're hoping the new documentary will grab the spotlight. Do you think with Dirt the movie you can hit pay dirt?
Pay dirt for us would be showing it at Congress, at the White House.
And in local communities, to get people to understand dirt is critical to our very survival.
God made dirt. Dirt don't hurt.
It's an amazing issue, isn't it? Dirt the movie will not be in theaters until next fall, but there is a preview showing in Berkeley next week. Go to abc7news.com and look under See It on TV for details. It's an issue we're going to be hearing increasingly more about in the months ahead.